Range, come on back. Hey, Ranger. Welcome, everyone, to the Covered Bridge Home Walk with my trusty sidekick, Ranger. Along the Housatonic River. We're walking through a time warp now, a wormhole into another universe. Where will it bring us? To Alpha Centauri? And all these aliens we've been calling out for in SETI? A little bit foolish, if you ask me. We really don't want to have testosterone equivalent curious predators coming after us to say hello. I'd rather be left alone, as much as I'm fascinated by astronomy. Hey, Range. Lead the way, Scout. Here we go. A view of the Housatonic River. In huge rainstorms, it can reach all the way to the bottom of the river. Look at those beautiful cloud formations. And the sounds of wind and birds. Ranger loves the covered bridge home, don't you, sweetheart? Yeah, should we go on a walk? Do you see anyone? Come on, let's go. UFO sighting. Thomas Reed Monument Park UFO organization. The town just gave in, and the state to put this up and authorize so it would avoid lawsuits. Nice place to sit down and relax here. So this through street was closed off, as you can see with these rocks. It's just that light takes so long to reach another civilization, even if they're looking for us. Radio signals in Morse have only been going out for 150 years or so. Radio about a century. But they might have advanced probes all over the place. And with the electron split experiment theory, it's possible that information can transfer faster than the speed of light, but it's all theory still. That's verified by Einstein Ranger here. And we're out on another Liberty Walk with Liberty Ranger himself. Cornfields are coming up. Look at that house tucked in to the corner. I don't have a zoom. But those clouds are beautiful. Our protective atmosphere. It's corn for cow feed, not human consumption. These are what's called English plantains. And it makes a wonderful cereal. The leaves can be eaten like spinach. And the grain is a wonderful cereal that lowers triglycerides. It's an invasive plant. It's not related to the plantains or bananas. It's just what they call it because it kind of looks the same. We get wild grapes, Concord grapes, and wild raspberries, clover. Come on, Range, let's see if you can run, even with your bad hip. I gave Ranger a hip replacement when he was about 2.5, shortly after we adopted each other. He was a Georgia dog, so he still does woof a little bit with a southern accent. He goes, "Woof, y'all." And there's a lot of wild picking here. I've made 2 articles. I wrote 2 articles, wild picking in the Berkshires, and more wild picking in the Berkshires. Here's a whole bunch of English plantains. And I dry them out, keep them in my freezer. You can tear them. I don't know if you can see this on film. Just tear it in the opposite direction. And you can see they can easily come apart and dry. I could pop these in my mouth, except I don't want green particles there right now. And it's very creamy and sweet, like fresh grass. There's no examples of that right now. I wouldn't eat this English plantain because I prefer not having dog urine all over it. And here's the corn, nearly as high as an elephant's eye. Oklahoma, the play, with a Surrey with a fringe on top, for anyone born a long time ago like me. Ranger, where are you, sweetie? The foothills of the Berkshires, right next to the Appalachian Mountains. There are several trail points nearby. I have created and uncovered miles of old trails here in the region, where Appalachian Trail system automatically maintains and clears my trails, thinking that they were original. Some were, some weren't. I found fire pits from 100, 200 years ago. I go off trail. Some of my friends insisted I take a cell phone with me because of that. One of my nicknames is Trailblazer. As I've mentioned before, I have deep stone fire pits up and down the East Coast. And I know exactly where they are if I ever have to disappear. You never know. And my right calf is beginning to tighten a little bit, but sometimes when I push through it, it goes away. You have to learn to deal with some pain. Being a former athlete, I learned that early on. You have to know your body. And look at that beautiful, happy dog. If I was on a true trail through the woods, I would be speaking very quietly so as to not frighten off the animals. Very few bear sightings personally. I've seen 2 and I've been up here 20 years. Black bears are small, 300, 350 pounds, and unless cornered or you're being aggressive with their babies, they're going to avoid you. Not like moose in Nova Scotia, where foolish tourists get out of their cars to approach them. Those things are huge and massive. They're ugly as sin. Their faces look as though they have 1,000 bee stings on them. Alright, Range. It's almost time to walk back, honey. Should we run just a little bit? Let's see if I have any running memory. I've been quite sedentary for a few months. Let's give it a shot. Ranger, run, run, run. Here I am. I think I'm making a whopping 3 miles an hour. Oh, and here's some real runners coming. Stay here, sweetie. Hello, folks. He gave me the little wave as he's running. Naturally, I did not want to just have my camera focused on them. This is a private road, actually, maintained by the local farms here, but it's a quasi-public easement. I really haven't checked the legality out on it. I try not to shit where I sleep, so I stay away from this town, just local town meetings, that's all I'll do. And I did give the post office a poster 7. They didn't have one, now they do. Okay, let's try running a little bit more. Come on, Ranger, let's run. Run, run, run. I know this is absurd. I once ran 93 yards in 10 seconds. I was a high school high jumper. And 440 relay team. Perfect baton passing. We beat teams that were quicker than us in time, but they did not utilize the passing lanes for passing off the baton. We never dropped the baton. Stiff arm, wide hand stance. It was practice makes perfect. But swimming was my real activity. And physical fitness tests. I destroyed everyone. I mean, it was absurd. It was just genetics and an aggressiveness, I think. I've tried to maintain it somewhat through my life. Nothing excessive, just making sure at least one crunch and one sit-up every day. A lot of stretching, so there are no zeros on your chart. But it's a never winning battle. You just have to slow down. Aging process, just like all we can really do, is slow down the increasing rate of insipid authoritarianism. That's our job, hoping something happens through our efforts in educating the public and public officials that a cultural zeitgeist will help bring us out of this dystopia. You have to at least try for the sake of our progeny. I have kids and grandkids. We do what we can. Our children depend upon what we do today. It's no laughing matter. Hey, Range, where are you? Ranger! How there you are. Oh, you're smelling the flowers. Do you want to bite on some grass? Those are pretty. Ranger's about 13 years old now. We've been peers for the past few years. I hope to have him along around as healthy as possible and as long. Here's some clover. I prefer the red, but get some nourishment. Keep the stomach pangs out. Oh. Ranger, come, sweetie. Come and sit next to me. Come. Come. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Wait. Hello, folks.
Morning.
Good morning to you. Enjoy your day. Hostlers, not hustlers, hostlers, bicyclists. And look how well behaved my baby is. He even poops off trail, which is a natural thing for most animals, I think. They really don't want to have their poop visible. Urine's a different thing. I pick wild ferns here when they're young, not the fuzzy type. And puffballs, mitochondria. No, that's different. Mycology. Mushroom picking. Mitochondria are the energy packs that are actually foreign cells with a symbiotic relationship with all human cells. I don't know about plants whether they have mitochondria, but that's where the energy is converted with oxygen efficiently. And the female mitochondrial line means that the male and female pass on 23 chromosomes, but the female passes on 23 chromosomes plus the chromosomes for an independent entity of mitochondrial cells. So the female passes on 23 chromosomes and the mitochondria. In order to not duplicate it, the mitochondria is located in the flagellum of the sperm, so only the head enters the cell to make the zygote, and the flagellum, the whip, falls off. I find that to be among the most amazing things in nature. And we have a family up ahead with a mother and her young girl. So I'll keep them off camera. And a young boy, they're reading the sign for the alien encounter. Whoops. Come on, Rangy. Oh, a daddy, sorry. Hello, folks. Would you like me to put Ranger on a leash? Okay. I'm not taking photos of you, sir. I'm not taking photos of you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Alright, back through the time warp. Let's hope we end up at the same time and place and manner. and that the car is still functioning, not rusted over by 10,000 years of aging during our absence? You never know until you come out of that wormhole. Ranger, heel. Ranger, heel. Come, honey. Good boy. Do you want to go jump in the water, Ranger? You can go down and jump in. Go ahead, I'll help you. Ranger had trouble getting out last time because the water was low and because his hip isn't working any longer. He has a limp that he has difficulty getting out. You can see he used to swim quite a bit. Keep going, sweetie. You can jump in. Mommy will help you get out. Go ahead, sweetie. You can jump in. This is where the boat launch is from. Go ahead, honey. I'll help you if you need help. Well, it looks a lot better here. He should be able to get out. It's higher. You can lie down, honey. You can jump in and lie down. You can go in more. Good boy. If dogs or wolves are with a pack and the rest of the pack has left, dog or wolves coming out of the waters will wait to shake off until they get back to the pack. Okay, Ranger, let's go back to the car. Time to head home. Say thank you, everyone, for joining us on our walk. Later, y'all. Protect the Constitution. Our posterity appreciates you.